The song that's playing for you is pain. So you could be in a situation you done experienced you some sort of pain. And whether that's because of something you did, you might not have been being honest with yourself, and you weren't being honest with yourself. You was taking some sort of action. That action, since you weren't being honest with yourself, you weren't taking honest action. That dishonest action only brought you pain. Look, it only brought you pain in the end of an emotional celebration. Whether you lost some friends, you might have lost your own mind, you might have lost something you were investing in. You ain't had no good return on that idea or that business direction. Or whatever it was, something might have hurt. Or that somebody outside of you might not have been being honest with themselves regarding the space they shared with you. And that only brought them pain about the situation they shared with you. Somebody hurting. Because it's like you could be in a position where now you see this relationship, this friendship as dishonest. Or you seeing someone external to you as dishonest. Somebody might have lied to you, or you might not be being honest with yourself. You might be lying to yourself. You put your foot in the shoe that fits you there, Virgo. You know what you got going on. You know who you've been shaking hands with, son. You know if you in pain or not, or if it's not you, then someone outside of you in pain about you. They may not be trying to face the emotions or the pain they have, or the pain it's like the pain that has manifested in the space or the situation they shared with you, but can't ignore it because they got to see you every day, Virgo. It could be a friend, could be someone you quite familiar with, or just you. You're faced with something every day. You have to experience an experience that you put yourself in because you weren't being honest with yourself regarding how you expressed or invested yourself. Or pain is what made you grow. If it don't kill you, it make you stronger. You might have been through some sort of traumatic experience in your reality that brought you to a new sense of awareness, a new sense of what is and what isn't. Pain led you here, wherever here is. And now here could be blissful. Pain could have brought you to heaven. Pain could have brought you to hell. You know what side of the fence you fall on, Virgo? Or somebody's just in pain about you. Somebody lost in their mind, lost in their world without you, Virgos. Or somebody just lost. Yeah, shit. See, you could be in a position where it's like you might have been in a certain type of friendship, certain type of relationship. You might have been carrying or expressing yourself to a certain group of people or persons. You might have invested in a situation. Once upon a time, you were very open to these people, open to this friendship, open to this relationship, open to this idea, up until the pain that has derived out of that. Now you could be in a position where it's like you trying to hold on to what you got left after experiencing what you done experienced with these people or this person, or after whether you did something to put yourself here, or it's just you could probably put trust in the wrong places. You feel me? You was fucking with the wrong folk in them. You feel me? You probably thought these people were your friend. You probably thought this person was your friend. You probably thought you could trust these people or this person. Many Men is the song that's playing for you. Now look, you could have had a whole lot of people around you, many men, actual people. A whole lot of people expressing themselves towards you a certain type of way, trying to get you to do that. Virgo do this, no Virgo do that. People were pulling you in different directions now. And because of that, it's like you holding on to what you got left. You feel me? Now you more reserved, you more held back from that environment now. Where you once felt like you can openly and freely express yourself, now you may be covering yourself up there because of something that hasn't. Look, you could have invested in something, or you could have thought something was one way, it turned out to be another. Now you in a certain type of mind. It's like, if it's a friendship, it's like you once thought you could build with this friend. You once thought you could trust these people or this person up until you realize something was toxic. It's like someone could be obsessed with you. And they're obsessed with you because of the type of mind or ideas they try to get you to invest in. You feel me? It's like someone may have wanted you to see the situation with them a certain type of way, or just perceive. It's like they try to plant a certain perspective in your mind about the space they shared with you, or just about something in your external world. Someone wanted you to see a situation the way they wanted you to see it. And it's like they were obsessed with that because they were obsessed with you. And now because of that, you are more reserved towards those people or that person. If it ain't a situation where you might have been in a certain type of place where you had a mind about a situation and you were investing or giving to a certain type of space in a certain type of manner because you were obsessed with something, and that obsessive energy only led you to back in your shell. You feel me? It's like now once you might have been out there, now you're not so out there no more because of what has occurred, because of your expression, your lower vibration. Your mind wasn't in the right place, and because your mind wasn't in the right place, you weren't putting your time in the right places. You weren't expressing or investing yourself in the right type of situations. Or someone outside of your mind wasn't in the right place about the space they shared with you. You had many men around you, and some of those men weren't all in your corner. Some of those people ain't fuck with you the way you thought they fuck with you. Some of them might have had some sort of obsession with you. You may not have been aware of that obsession up until you became aware of that obsession. How'd you become aware of that obsession? Someone brought you some shit. Someone tried to get you to do something. Someone tried to take the friendship a certain direction with you. Someone tried to, you feel me? It's like that. You know what side of the fence you fall on though. So now after being through all that, now you're more reserved. Now you're more conscious and cautious about the steps you take when it comes to that friend, those people, or just investing and expressing yourself in a certain type of manner or environment. You put your foot in the shoe that fits you though. Yeah, someone could be sick over that shit though, because it's like they're lost in some sort of someone was. If you dealing with somebody, someone is obsessed with you. It's almost like, and it's in a certain type of. I'm telling you, someone tried to play you, and they only played themselves in a position with you where now you closed off to this friend. You at one point you might have been fucking with folk in them. Now you're not. Now you looking at the friendship differently because of the type of energy someone brought you. Yeah, it made you let go of the stability you once saw somewhere, or it's because of you expressing yourself in a certain type of way. You had many men. You had many ideas or visions or different expressions. You carried yourself like this here, and then over there you carried yourself like that. Over there, you feel me? You had many different expressions, and all those different expressions got you caught up. Now you can't express none of them. Now you can't wear no mask. Now you may be in a position where you're just trying to hold on to what you got left because of some toxic energy you were in. In peace. No, 10 freaky girls. You had many men, and 10 freaky girls is the next song that's playing for you. 10 freaky girls, you had a whole lot of different emotions. Or listen, now you could be, if you're dealing with people outside of you, somebody had, if you're dealing with one person, it's like one day someone was this way with you, next day someone was that way with you. 1 minute someone was fucking with you and they were supporting you, or they was investing their mind, time, and energy in you. Next minute they not fucking with you. You feel me? It's like that. Someone could have 10 freaky girls. If you're dealing with one person could have a multitude of different emotions they go through with you. It's like, again, someone is obsessed with you, and they need to get themselves together. They're a mess. If it's not you, the one who got 10 freaky girls, you got a whole bunch of different emotions you gotta sort through. 1 minute you here with it, next minute you there with it. 1 minute you doing that, next minute you doing that, then over there you doing that. It's like you all over the place. If it's you and you've been put in a position to sit that ass down. If it's you who's all over the place. If it's you versus someone outside of you, because someone outside of you done brought their freaky girls to you, it's like someone brought their obsession towards you. You are more reserved towards that now. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you though. You know what you got going on there, Virgo. Virgo. You feel me? Damn, this nigga me too. Hey, my girls is over. Yeah, but if it's someone outside of you, shit. It's almost like, if it's a solo battle, you could be in a position where you're more reserved, but at the same time, you've been put in a position to release a burden. Because something was weighing heavy on you. And you had to go through an experience with a devil, whether that devil was within self, it was a self battle, you feel me? You might have been expressing or investing yourself in a certain type of space, energy, or involving yourself with a group of people or persons. And that you being in the presence of that devil, you being in the presence of your own mind and realizing what you were doing or how you were doing what you were doing, or the type of energy you were investing in your world, might have put you in a position to pull back a little bit. But at the same time, now that you done pulled back, it's like you released a whole lot of weight. You released the burdens of that devilish mind. Now that you've become aware of that devilish mind, now that you're aware of the toxic people in your world, the toxic habits, routines, and patterns you were investing in, whether that was you or people outside of you. If it's someone outside of you who is burdenless in some way, shape, or form, it's like there is someone outside of you shared their weightlessness with you, and the weightlessness they shared with you put you in a position to take a step back from some sort of investment that wasn't conducive to what you had going on. You feel me? Put your foot in the shoe that fits you. You know what you got going on, Virgo. So if it's you, it's a whole lot of passion. It's a whole lot of wands, though. So if it's you versus you could have a whole lot of passion now. I mean, shit, you might have had a whole lot of passion. You might have had a whole lot of drive or fire for this friendship, for this relationship, for this idea, for this direction, or for these people. These people were family, were friends. It was home. This was it for you. This was home for you. Seeds. It's see now whether you planted new seeds or a seed was planted that brought you to balance, that brought you to some sort of awareness, to some sort of knowing. Now you could be reserved when it comes to sharing this vision with your world, shining your light, but at the same time you are now lighter, because you it's like you see the devil now. You see what energies you carry that are devilish or that are toxic, what minds and mentalities you express that are devilish or toxic, or what people, places, and things around you that you invested in, that you might have built a lot in. But when you were in it previously, you were unaware until some sort of awareness was brought to you. Now, how that awareness was brought to you, you could have witnessed something external to you that was light, that was burdenless. You feel me? And you observing that made you take that and bring that to your world and check your own thoughts, check your own world, do an audit in your own reality in some way, shape, or form. And that changed what you give to, that changed what you invest in, that changed how you express yourself, how you invest yourself, the time and energy you give to who, what, and where. You feel me? If it's a solo battle, again, you it's like, put your foot. My nose. Yeah, I'll be off there with you on that. Hush. Baby, yeah, someone wasn't being honest with you. If it's you versus someone outside of you, you could be dealing with a people or a persons or a friend or a place that, and it's like that friend, those people, that place, they weren't, it's like they just wanted you to do. They wanted you to see them as true. Whoever they are, they don't want you to be in the position to realize that this isn't a good idea, this isn't a good investment, this isn't where I should take myself, this isn't where I should invest my time and or energy. The song that's playing for you is Stick. I said there's a whole lot of passion. Now that you see something as dishonest, or now that you see someone or somewhere for what it is, it's like someone's mask fell off. Now you are holding back from that person. You might not talk to that friend as much as you used to talk to that friend. You might not invest in that relationship the way you used to invest in that relationship. You could still be in that relationship. You could still associate yourself with that friend, but it's not the same as you used to because of some sort of burden you released. If you dealing with someone outside of you who shared it's like their weightlessness with you. There's someone sharing their weightlessness with you brought you the realization to realize put you in the space to realize the dishonesty within you or within an environment you participated in or an environment you manifested. You manifested this situation. You built this friendship. And now that you're in a different type of mind or different type of space regarding it, it's like you release the weight of a situation. Now you can see the situation for what it is. You was always trying to uphold this friendship. You was always trying to uphold some sort of image or some sort of vision or some sort of dream or some sort of goal you shared with these people, shared with this person, and you only realize now you could be in a position to realize someone was only making you do all the work type shit. You feel me? Now you see this friend for the toxic person they are. You see these people for the liar they are. It's like someone isn't being honest with themselves about the space or the relationship they share with you, and you know that. That's why you holding back from them, him, her, or that. Or if it's you weren't being honest with yourself. It's like you could have been ignoring your intuition or your knowing or your truth, the truth you knew about a situation, relationship, or friendship for so long. And now that you finally been in a position where you had to let go of something, and you were put in a position to let go of something because the devil was presented in front of you. It's like you might have been in a position where you manifested an experience that made you reflect on what you were doing, what you were building, what you were investing in, and that it finally put you in a position to let go of whatever you thought was, and now you holding on to what you got left. Whatever brought you here, you holding on to that. Whatever vision, whatever goal, whatever awareness you have, something shifted you, and that's, it's like that is your light. You're holding on to that light, whatever is acting as the light for you right now. Someone outside of you may not like the fact that you have some sort of light, because that light, that awareness, that knowing, that vision, that dream, that goal, those people or that person, that environment is keeping you going, is making you lighter in weight. You feel me? It's like something you're holding on to something you're holding on to is making you lighter in terms of how you express, how you see your world, how you give to your world, how you invest in your world. And someone outside you don't like that. They may not be telling you that, Virgo, but they don't like that. If that's for you, then that's for you. If it's a situation where you weren't being honest, if it's a solo battle, then you weren't being honest with yourself, and it took you being presented with someone that was lighter than you to realize, to put you in the perspective to reflect on you. So it's like someone who was in a different place outside of the situation with you. If you in a situation where you're dealing with people external to you, you witnessed something that made you change what you see as truth. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you. And now you can't lie to yourself no more. Yeah, look, something changed your perspective. It's thick, right? Yeah, something, it's like you got a new fire. You got a new path. And I'm telling you, if you dealing with someone outside of you, Virgo, if you dealing with someone outside of you, you got you someone in your space. They're not being honest with you. They're not being honest with themselves about the space they share with you. It's like someone's in denial about the relationship or the friendship or whatever situation they got with you. And they want you to take their emotions. Shit, they could be feeling a certain type of way because of this vision you have, because of a passion you have. Something that's making you light. Something that is putting you in a position to release some sort of burdens. You feel me? Some shit, you might already release the burden because you done went through a certain type of experience. And you going through a certain type of experience, it's like you experiencing something, it puts you in a place to start changing your habits, changing your patterns, changing what you invest in, changing what you see out of life, changing what you give to life. It's like you're slowly shifting. And people around you, they don't like that. For you, ooh. Pull the trigger. Yeah, listen, now if it's someone outside of you and they're witnessing this, if it's like a friend or just people in your world, your family don't want you to make this change because it's not beneficial to what they got going on. They want you to continue to support their emotions about the space they share with you. They want you to continue to invest and receive the feelings and the minds and the ideas they got about you. Because when you were burdened and when you were just giving all you had to that, someone outside of you was living in their truth. It's like someone had all they want out of you. But now that you're not investing in that, now that you are more reserved towards those people, now that you are more reserved towards that friendship, and not only that, but it's like you're changing, you're releasing burdens, you're manifesting, you're building something different. You have a new vision, and you might have been through a lot, and this is what's keeping you going. whatever this idea is, whatever this passion is, whatever this fire is, whatever this awareness is, whatever you see now is what's helping you progress. And someone out, if you're dealing with people or a person outside of you, someone outside of you fucked up about that. Because they can't lie to you no more. But that's not going to stop them from trying. Because at one point, you took this. You accepted this. You would take this emotional idea. You would feel about this with them. You feel me? At one point, someone could come to you and express this emotional idea, and you would receive that. You would take that and you would harbor that as your own, and you would let that affect you. You're not doing that no more. You would build upon that. You're not doing that no more. If it's you versus you, then you are the one who isn't being honest with yourself regarding the emotions you give to your world. Even though, and it's like you're being put in the position to face your own dishonesty because of something external to you that's making you reflect. Yeah, put your foot in the shoe that fits you though, Virgo. Ain't nobody gonna do it. Pull the trigger. Ain't nobody gonna do it for you. You the one who gotta make the change. Shit, you might have pulled the trigger on yourself. You feel me? You shot yourself. You've been shooting yourself for a while. If it's you versus you, and it took you experiencing a light, space, or energy. It's like when you invest in that, it's like you have no problems. It's almost like all your problems fade away when you go there, when you do that, when you feel that. You feel me? When you just whatever it is, and that made you change. Surround sound. You know what that means for you, Virgo? I'm telling you, now you're more aware of the emotions you receive from people, from a person, from a friend, from an environment. You're more conscious about what you invest in. You're more aware. You're more consciously aware of the emotions you receive from yourself. Because if it's a solo battle and you were lying to yourself about how you felt, you were lying to yourself about what you were investing in or what you were building, then you are more aware of your own emotions. It's like when you get a feeling, you observe it first before you just take that and start feeling about it and acting on that. Because of something you've experienced that changed your perception on what is and what isn't in your world. If it's you versus someone outside of you, then it could be someone outside of you may want to bring you some, look, Ace of Cups. It's like someone want to bring you a cup of bullshit, but you're more aware and you're more conscious about the cups you receive from people, the feelings you receive from people, the emotional minds and or ideas you receive from people. And it's harder for people to bring you bullshit now. They put your foot, Virgo. So whether you not taking, it's like it's harder for you to take bullshit from yourself. Shit, if it's another shoe for that ass, is you may be in a position where you want to express some emotions. It's like you can't lie somewhere. If it's that type of shit, then it's that type of shit for you. You want to go somewhere. Is that 22 minutes? Oh yeah, we got to get up on out of here. If that's the shoe for you, then that's the shoe for you. Let me get this last one for you. Be on phone out of here, Virgo. If it's you versus you, it's like whatever this passion is, something brought you a vision. You got you a vision. You see something, and you see weightlessness when you invest in that. It's like you this yellow brick road. Whether that road is an idea, that road is a friendship, that road is a relationship, a career path, whatever direction we talking about, it when you invest in that, it's like all your problems fade away. Whatever it is, someone outside of you don't like that. They want you to invest in their emotions about the situation or the space they share with you because they're obsessed over some sort of situation, relationship, or friendship they shared with you. And it's like they see you are now more reserved when it comes to that friendship, or more reserved when it comes to that idea, or just feeling about whatever they want you to feel about. Someone's in denial. If you're dealing with somebody that's in denial, if it's you, then you're in denial about a situation and you've been in a position to reflect upon your own actions. Now that you've been in the position to reflect about your own actions, you may want to take your feelings somewhere that your feelings aren't being received because you weren't being honest. And now you just face with yourself. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you though, Virgo.